who actually sold my parents the house that we had there on San Fernando Way in Dallas when I was about 5 years old. My mom was asleep inside on a Saturday and almost got hit by a car. And he told me before I got out of the street, and he came over and he grabbed me by the arm and he reached down and he told me just exactly that. He didn't say it hatefully, but he had a little bit of menace in his voice because the cars are a menace. Kind of like, don't stick your hand down that rattlesnake hole, boy. And that's how we need to speak to people, at least some of the time, to break them out of their trance. Do you understand that the British government and the U.S. government and the Harvard and all of them admit the fluoride's making us depressed and fat and suicidal and making our thyroids and pancreases go out? They know it. They did it on purpose. Now deal with it. Think about that. Think about Google. Think about Google openly coming out 8 years ago and saying we're going to use microphones and cameras to watch and listen to you, but don't worry, it's computers keylogging everything you say. Now it's all out in the open being done. Think about their arrogance. Think about what they haven't announced yet. Now I have some Second Amendment news coming up in the next hour. They claim the ATF has backed off. I read their statement. This is a fint. This is where you act like you're going one way in a sword fight, but you're really going the other way. Or when you act like you're going to pass the ball and it's really a handoff. Or you act like you handed it off to somebody and you really hand it off to somebody else. It's a trick, as guaranteed. The headlines are that they've been defeated, they've backed off. You read what they say we're shelving it for now. No, they're not. The attack pattern, well, I'll get into the attack pattern. I'll cover that in the next hour. But it's very easy to understand the enemy's playbook. They have a big operation to run. That's one of their weaknesses, is that they have playbooks because they've got legions of operatives. So they run plays, just like a football coach, okay? And if you just study their plays, we've got their stinking playbooks. They've all written books to command their forces. Eco-science, there's hundreds of them. I've read close to 100 of their manuals. It's unbelievably sickening. You can go read their manuals. You can read their playbooks. If you decide there's a war going on, there's a game for your destiny going on, it is going on, whether you admit it or not. And then we've got the enemy playbooks. I mean, these are the enemy generals, the field marshals, the witch kings of the New World Order. We have their operational manuals. We know. You've just got to have the strength to admit it and get past the spiritual deception that won't let you even see it, the trance that the magicians have put us under. But all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. You take the blue pill, you go back and never remember any of this again. Take the red pill, you go down the rabbit hole, and I'll show you how far it goes. But a warning, all God is offering all of us is the truth, nothing more. But you have to decide. Now, that said, I want to get into the dehumanization of the babies. And look, women that are into abortion and it's your sacrament, I understand. At least you should know that babies are being harvested for upwards of $50,000, especially if they have certain genetic types. Now, a lot of the places are just, butcher shops, but a lot of the fancier ones that you hoity-toity women go to, you should at least get a little cash. That's a way to shut this down, is to actually let folks know how valuable the market is in the next generation, as if there'll be any future generations when the elite have been able to sell something like this. So that's coming up. There's so much of this now happening that I can't even watch it all or cover it all. Listeners continue to tell us about it on a daily basis. Everything from The Simpsons to Comedy Central to major Hollywood movies like Prisoners, to new stuff every week, a new movie by David Cross, has a Ku Klux Klan basic leader who says he learned it all from Alex Jones on the radio, and starts screaming the N-word. I mean, and people that don't know me are just going to go into movie theaters and it's like, I love Alex Jones, Heil Hitler, kill all the Jews, N-word, N-word. I mean, this is the guy from Mr. Show and all the rest of it, who, by the way, I like Mr. Show. Portlandia, you name it. But I mean, these are sick people. Anyone who and they're showing, and I'll bet money, like Armstrong Williams got caught being paid $250,000 to lie and say he was for No Child Left Behind and to get conservatives on board for federalization of education. Montel Williams came out and said that I am a cokehead who wants to blow things up. And I mean, you can go read the quotes. I mean, it is unbelievable. Montel Williams is one of the only watchable talk show hosts of that whole genre. I have nothing against Montel Williams, except now I know he is Judas Iscariot. I mean, this guy would sell his mother out, in my opinion, for a stick of bubble gum. I mean, the stuff he says about me, hands down, I could win a libel suit. I could win a defamation suit, just hands down. I mean, done. But MSNBC says that I'm behind the Boston bombing. We can play that clip, no proof, when they say that. And you know what? I just accept all these lies and attacks, okay? I mean, I'm here trying to fight, and I know why it is. I'm speaking out against the fake president, the God, and so the word's gone out, and I suddenly it's like the gates of Hades were open.
Dryer would like to present to you their greenhouses that double as emergency shelters. Their greenhouses simply snap together, no tools needed. As a greenhouse, it will stand for decades. It's incredibly strong, long-lasting, and it can be quickly put up or taken down. It is also ideal when used as an emergency shelter. Learn more about this great greenhouse and the money you can save over the big box store prices at harvestright.com. That's harvestright.com.
Hey, Boomer! I learned in school today that 60% of our bodies are made of water. Good thing we have the Berkey system. It's the cleanest, best water ever. Mom says it's because the Berkey's filtration system cleans out the bad stuff and leaves only pure, delicious water. I know, right? You love it too. Yeah, I'm thirsty too. Let's go get some. Get Berkey Clean Water by calling 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653. Or visit GoBerkey.com.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his two-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
I'm Mike Huckabee. I was the governor of Arkansas and ran for president in 2008, and I used to be a diabetic. One of the coolest campaigns I ever took on and won was the crusade that reversed my type 2 diabetes naturally. I was able to get off the medications I'd taken, and I lost 110 pounds of fat in the process. If you or someone you care about has type 2 diabetes or prediabetes, I urge you to pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you. The same methods I used to reverse my type 2 diabetes are found today in the Diabetes Solution Kit from Barton Publishing. It's an all-natural plan that really could work for you in reversing type 2 diabetes and prevent it from coming back. All in as little as 4 weeks with your doctor's approval. Stop suffering. Here's how to get your hands on the Diabetes Solution Kit today.
Get your Diabetes Solution Kit now at diabetesfree88.com. Everything you need to reverse your type 2 diabetes or prediabetes like Governor Huckabee did is at diabetesfree88.com. Reverse your diabetes today at diabetesfree88.com. That's diabetesfree88.com.
Government officials and corporate officials publicly admit that they take neuro-linguistic programming. They admit that they go and take Delphi technique courses. They take courses on, I mean, you wonder why you tune into NPR and everybody talks with this voice like this, because that's a soothing voice that will put people, if you listen for just a few minutes, into a very calm state. You take a public already watching television, 5 to 10 hours a day in a trance state with lowered brain waves. That's in all the big studies. You're speaking to someone in a trance. If you try to talk to somebody loud while they're asleep, they'll wake up. That's what we've done. But if you talk to them when they're asleep very softly, you can sometimes get people to actually sleepwalk. Well, that's just an example. So it's good to yell at folks and get them out of a burning house if they won't wake up, or throw a cold bucket of water on them. But the tactic of also slowing down, calming down, I'm telling myself this right now, and really saying, is it normal to take the dead babies, harvest their organs while they're still alive, implant them in other animals to grow them up larger? Genetically engineered cows that are part human so that they don't reject the babies. I forgot that part. Or just growing babies up in test tubes and implanting them in cows and pigs and dogs and sheep and rats and growing them up. And see, before you go, oh, that's crazy, I've got mainstream news here I'm going to cover next hour. We just played a report. This is Google's life extension program. They're just rolling it out as a platform for all these under-the-surface government developments. Meanwhile, Montel Williams' official Twitter, when we put out an article, Mikhail Phelan, we have the whole Twitter history here, Twitter trail. VA manager jokes about veteran suicides. IndyStar.com/story. I mean, we just sent out the Indianapolis Star. We've done our own reports. We had VA whistleblowers about joking about how, you know, they deny them care and how much they hate them. I mean, that's mainstream news. We tweet that, and Montel Williams responds saying, oh, conspiracy theorists, tinfoil hats have been more right than wrong. I support. Montel Williams, let's add the conspiracy theorist in. And then he goes in to say that Alex Jones and Joe Biggs should use less cocaine. He goes on to say Alex Jones is an evil master con artist who should burn in hell. And he goes on to say that, you know, that I'm somebody who wants to get some people to blow stuff up. Ladies and gentlemen, I have publicly said that in high school I've used cocaine twice and absolutely hated it. I don't use any illegal drugs. But see, for someone like Montel Williams to see this amount of energy is weird to him. Hey, Montel, if somebody punches me in the nose, you're going to see a lot of energy too. I am a redneck, hillbilly, fiery-blooded, free human being. And I see a lot of black people out there too that don't want to be slaves. So I don't know what your problem is, buddy, but this isn't cocaine. I'm powered by human survival and the spirit of Jesus Christ. You know what that is? I am not going to lie down in the ditch and suck boots all day while they're killing veterans and putting them on secret lists. And the only reason I get angry is because I'm still alive. And people that are dead inside like you have got a problem with people like me, and you think it's a joke. The spirit I got in me started this country. It started Texas. And I just can't believe that people like you are so dead inside that you look at somebody like me and call me a con artist. Because that's all you got. You don't have any facts. You don't bring anything. We tweet out somebody else's article, mainstream news, doing the right thing, reporting on how there's a pattern of them pushing veterans into suicide, you name it, and you sit there and call us names. Well, you know what? We stand on the facts, and that's the end of it. And now they have a movie out being promoted by Comedy Central, HBO, people are involved, where they totally have someone saying, I love Alex Jones, N-word, you know, just everything else. Stay with us. Come back.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. No one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. Just one of the key compounds, BioPQQ, is backed by major clinical studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? We now have the synergistic solution. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with Super Male or Super Female Vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.